Can't wait. Well, guess what? Neither can I. Hello. Everybody who is here, who might be here, who is not here, who could be here. I'm not sure. I show a two, but I'm not sure because I could be wrong. I just started the live now. If you're here and you can hear me and you can get on the chat and said, tell me you can hear me, that'd be fine because I've had audio issues before and I didn't know. So it'd be nice to get that out of the way. Um, Hi. Uh, I wanted to talk about all the stuff that's been going on. Mostly, I wanted to put everything in kind of a I guess I don't know. I guess in my own point of view and the perspective that like I think could make sense to some people because I think that a lot of things are going to different directions. You've got people who are cool with, Stone Vet, but they're not cool with certain people. And then there's other people who are cool with certain people who are cool with Stone Vet that are not cool with what's going on and stuff like that. And really, you know, all the information is out there. I mean, I could sit here and play all the different videos that have been played before, and we could talk about those things over and over again. But really, I'm I really just want to talk about how these things aren't just about it's people just trying to talk crap about another person because we've gotten to the point where people are not sure, like, okay, what's real and what isn't real. Some people do, some people don't. Some people want to know the history of it or whatever. And I like going through everything, like all the information, all the stuff that's been going on. I think it all comes down to character, and the type of character that people are showing us. Do I care so much about like the history of somebody and what they do as far as like their military service is concerned? I don't have any judgment towards that. I never have. The reason being is that I haven't served. So how can I say anything about somebody's service, right? I've never really cared about that. Like if you served, say, a month or you served a year, to me it's the same thing because I couldn't put anything on it. I couldn't compare myself to that. Therefore, I never questioned people and their military service. Now, I do have relatives and family members who have served and who both have served during wartime and both have served during peacetime. The ones that have served during peacetime, don't really make a big deal out of it. They'll tell you that they did if you ask them. They don't really have a big ego about it. And I would say the ones that served during wartime or during time where I guess they had battles and stuff like that are even more reserved than that. They haven't. They really don't say much about anything. And so when I come across somebody who's proud of their service and stuff like that, and they talk about it, whatever, um, it is kind of skeptic. I do have a skeptical or a sketchy way of looking at it or whatever. And when it comes to this whole situation with Stone Vet, and when it comes to Michael Kaiser, uh, it's been exactly that for me. It's been exactly that. Um, Wrangler, for as much as like I did think of him as a friend. He always came off to me as a little bit braggy about the stuff that he did. Uh, I always took it with a grain of salt. Again, I'm not the type of person who sits there and says you're full of shit when I've never done anything in that realm. I will never call anybody out in certain things if I've never actually been a part of what these people have said or what they've talked about. So I don't, like when it came down to like people questioning his service, I never once wanted to put myself in that position that I would question his service because I had no reason to. I had no way of doing it. Um, I'm the type of person that has always deferred to the experts on everything. That even when it comes to the things that we talk about, certain things like about the law and stuff like that, that I have certain friends that are in the law field or whatever, and I'll ask them for advice, and they give me advice, and they'll tell me certain things, but not, you know, of course, like if you ever talk to a professional, especially when it comes to things about the law, especially when it comes to things about military or whatever, it's never going to be an absolute answer. You're never going to get everything like you're supposed to get it. Hey, afternoon. It's nice to see you. And like I said, anybody who is on right now, if you guys can hear me, please, let me know if I'm having any kind of audio problems. I've had audio problems in the past, and I wasn't sure about it. So please let me know if I got anything going on. And thank you, H and Chart Music, for coming on. Uh, Friday or comedy show. I'm not sure if you're still here, but thank you for showing up. Again, I've been, I haven't been consistent with my um with the stuff that I've been saying that I'm gonna do. Mostly because I've been actually, and this is just an update on my part. I'm working on getting a new job. I've been in training. It's been really tough going back and forth. Trying to go to training, trying to come over here, trying to do lives and stuff like that. But I'm hoping that once everything kind of settles down, that I'll be able to like do more stuff for you guys. If it doesn't work out, then it doesn't work out. I'll figure something out down the road. Um, Now, like I said, what I wanted to talk about was Stone Vet and Kaiser, and I wanted to just contrast both of these men because see, the thing is that I think that a lot of things are getting lost in the weeds. Um, yeah, I hope you find something. It's been rough. It's been rough trading out there, trying to find something. But I really hope you find um I really hope you find something. Yeah, I really hope you find something. It's rough. It's really rough trying to find a job out there. But yeah, I wanted to contrast these two men because the the thing that I oh good, uh hey, anything you can start off and just go for it all the way. Um, but yeah, like I was saying, the thing that I want to contrast with these two men is that it for me it's become a thing where people are getting lost in like who's a good guy and who's a bad guy in this whole scenario and stuff like that, like, and I think that when we look at it like that, we tend to try to put ourselves in sides, or we try to be loyal to the people that we know. So a lot of us have been put in the place where we're questioning, like our loyalties and stuff like that, because on one side you got one dude who's making a claim, and then on the other side you got somebody who's challenging the claim. um I think that, like, when it comes down to it, we need to stop putting our personal feelings in front of what's actually happening here. And it's easy to be like, oh, like, this stuff is drama and this and that. And it's like, why are we not looking at it, like, in certain ways or whatever. But you know what, I think that it's it's not drama. It's not drama, because drama would be a bunch of he said she said stuff. You know what I mean? Like, people saying stuff like, he cheats on his wife, and you have no real evidence of that, or like, hey, you're whatever, right? And that's what I would consider drama. But what I consider this is, I consider this somebody who is challenging somebody else, like, and it's not unfair. And I don't think it's somebody attacking somebody else. I think that it's a fair thing to do, like, you have. What's up, OTA? Nice to see you, buddy. I'm glad you're here. I think that, like, even for the people who are on Kaiser's side, and who I like, have a, like, a feeling towards him, that is like, I think he's a nice guy, or I don't think he's that bad of a guy, or whatever. It's not so much you know the fact that he's nice or a bad guy. The fact is that he has made a claim, and the claim is very, very simple. I mean, it's he's saying that he's all these different things in the military, and all he's been asked is to show how those things line up with his, with the time that he served. Now, because he does things like, shut people down, or tell people that they can't question him and stuff like that, have put people in this position where they have gone harder at him. Where I believe, just like anything else, if you simply sit down and say the absolute truth, then nobody can really challenge you on those things, right? I think that this would have been a lot easier if he would have just had a honest conversation and said, hey, I didn't do all those things that I said I did. I embellished. I said all these different things because I wanted to look good. And hey, you know what? No disrespect to the people who's actually done that kind of stuff. I was just trying to impress because I felt like that was what was needed in order for me to get my channel started, whatever the case may be. I think that a lot of us don't believe that people are as forgiving as they can be in certain scenarios. And I think I honestly feel like almost all of his, like followers would not be as upset as he believes they would be if he just told the truth. If he just straight up told the truth about what's going on. See, I think Stone Vet has an actual gripe, and I've been listening to him and I've been following him and stuff like that, and he does remind me a lot of relatives that I know that have been in war situations. I'm sure he is redneck, but you also got to understand that this is not something that think about something. I want you guys to think about something. Think about something that you've worked on really hard, and regardless of whether it be something that you think people should honor you for and stuff like that. I'm just saying something that you've worked on really hard, and then somebody comes in and says that they've done that too, but shows no proof of it. I would imagine any of us would get upset over that stuff, and I absolutely get what he's talking about. Not in the sense that I say like I get the military part stuff, but I can tell you like this. I came into this niche, this part of YouTube, with the thought that you know what, I'm going to talk about it in the sense of somebody who's done something bad, because I've been through the jail system. I did like about a year in county. I had my little issues or whatever, and I went through them, and so therefore I figured, you know what, if I talk about it in this aspect, then I can show people that you know what, it's not just it's difficult. It's difficult and it's hard to be in jail or whatever, but it's also not what these auditors make it out to be. Specifically, people like Chili who say that they get tortured in jail and stuff like that. You know what I mean? It's like a way for me to show that you know what, it isn't all that like that horrible. I mean, it's not like the motels. It's not a club or whatever, but it's also not what they make it out to be. And most of the time the people who get treated the worst are the people who are the worst people in society. They usually do things that are really bad. And I also wanted to share experiences. Like I spoke to somebody who was like a murderer, in the sense that he killed many people, and I got a chance to speak to him and how he spoke and stuff like that. So I wanted to give a look at the inside of what it really is like to be in jail and what it is to be around people who are dangerous. And so that was my whole outlook on that situation. Well, I mean, you can look at it that way, redneck. I mean, you can look at it that it's a holier than thou, like type of attitude. You could look at it like that. But then again, like I said, I can't speak for somebody in his position. I can only speak as somebody who has been through certain things, and I've seen other people speak on it, which I feel is like deceptive, or I feel it's like it's not right. And that's what I mean, is that like I went through the jail system, and then when I hear these auditors talk about how, oh, I'm getting tortured in there, and it's like a dungeon or whatever, when they speak on it like that, then I get upset, because then I say, like, well, like you're not really saying the truth about things, and you're making it seem worse, and you're putting a lot on the people who are watching you, when really those people, like they put their lives in danger and stuff like that, and so I think that's the disconnect, where a lot of us would see that, like he's being Actually, I'm not muted. I got somehow, I don't know what the hell happened. I got kicked out somehow. That was weird. Um, that was really weird. Oh no, conspiracy! What's going on? I don't know what the hell happened there, guys. I am equally as shocked as anybody who saw that. I have no idea what happened. I don't know if that was a YouTube thing. I don't know if it was my laptop thing. I have no idea. That was weird. That's the first time anything like that's ever happened to me. So they're watching me or something. I don't know what's going on. Well, yes. No, don't nobody run. I don't know what's going on. Like like it's this has been strange. It's this is weird. I've never ran into anything like this. This is very 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 strange. I thought like everything was cool or whatever, but I don't know. It's like my something's going on here. Again, ancient chart music. I'm talking about Stone Vet, um, which is the guy uh who's been coming after Michael Kaiser for his what he calls stolen valor. Now I that's another thing too that a lot of people are like fighting against as far as like what the claims that are being made because like people are saying Oh my gosh, are people still here? Gosh, I don't know. Is anybody still here? I'm so sorry, guys. I have no idea what's going on. I'm starting to believe that it might be something in my laptop. I'm not sure. I keep getting kicked out. It could also be that I'm sorry, everybody. I'm gonna have to end the live. I have no idea why my thing has decided to I don't know. I don't know what the problem is. I don't know what's going on. I haven't had this kind of problem before.